Wells Fargo naming Amazon a top large cap pick, saying the stock has more room to run, raising the price target by $100 to $2,300. Our call of the day, Brenda Vingello.
So we own this one, continue to like it.
No coincidence that I went to you first.
You know, we have
it's their top large cap pick. Is it yours?
The AWS business, as well as the advertising business, is continuing to drive further profitability. Meanwhile, the company continues to gain market share within online retail. So a lot of dedicated customers, very sticky. We continue to really like this company.
So that's their top large cap pick. They've got outperform on Facebook, $240, Alphabet, $13.50. What do you think of those? Jimmy Lebenthal, Farmer Jim.
Well, look, I think there's a little bit of something for everyone in that spectrum there. Amazon, you're going to have problems with valuation, but Google and Facebook, you're not. I own Google. I will tell you on Amazon, though, for a value investor, you're looking at this and you're starting to say, you know what? It is starting to come into that spectrum where you can think about it. Ultimately,
really? I mean,
yeah, but let me just finish.
Stephanie Link's the ultimate value investor. I think she was in like sub 1,000.
I don't remember. I remember that she's in, but I don't remember where. But here's the thing.
I mean,
the stocks. You're just brilliant. But let me continue, if I may get past your brilliance for a moment.
God, it's taken you so long.
If you stop interrupting me, it's down 20%. It's in a downtrend. I mean, like a lot of growth stocks, as a value investor, if you want to play with them, you wait for that downtrend to stop. If it were to stop here, no, I'm not interested. If it keeps going down, and don't hold me to this, because if it gets to 1,500, it's Friday. If it gets to 1,500, then you got to look at it and say, okay, is it? Hey, I'm finishing.
If you don't want me to hold you to anything, don't throw price targets out there.
It's not just a price target.
Right? I mean, is it just me or what?
Hey, it's what does the chart look like?
The crew's like shaking their head. Yes.
What does the chart look like in addition to the price?
I love that.
If it goes through 1,500, hang on,
so
Josh.
excited.
If it goes through 1,500 like a hot knife through butter, then you wait. But if it bottoms at 1,500, again, it's not just price; it's the chart. Then you got to look at it seriously, even as a value investor.
Where does fundamentals come into play for a value player? That was not a word you mentioned. You said chart, you said price.
Yeah.
What if the fundamentals deteriorate?
Okay, well, look, we know that the earnings on this are subject to what they're doing with capital spending. But as they've done in the past, if they were to turn down the capital spending, and at 1,500, you've got this somewhere around 25, 30 times earnings, not unlike Google, not unlike Facebook, yeah, maybe that's more growth at a reasonable price, but a good savvy value investor can look at that and see what the growth rate is relative to that multiple and go for it. The key, though, to fundamentals is what do they do with capital spending? Are they going to keep building out grocery stores, or what are they going to do with India? These sorts of things cost a lot of money, and that's what's going to generate what their earnings are and therefore the multiple.
The tradable low here is 1670, which was June 4th.
Oh, here we go.
No, but that is... That is that, like, if you're looking at candlestick charting, you're trying to understand where the buyers and sellers.
I know where you're going.
I'm just saying. I think to Jim's point.
This was like, do you want to go technicals? Let's go technical.
Well, no. I own the stock.
You start stalking, cup and handle.
I agree with everything Jim said. I own the stock. I'm just saying, like, from a tradable perspective, not as an investor. If you're at all technically inclined as a trader, which is different than what Jim is talking about, 1670. If it can't hold that level, which was a momentous bottom, yeah, it makes it a difficult case to want to be long as a trader.
So, Lindsay, what about the FANGs in general?
Well, so I think the whole conversation gets back to that value versus growth conversation, right? What you're seeing is everyone's filing out of the FANGs, out of the software and services companies, and they've been piling into the semiconductors in the last month, right? There was value in the semiconductors. Those prices have come down quite significantly, but they've popped in the most recent month. And so I think now might be a time where you can see that rotation switch, where you go back into the FANGs. Now that they've come down, they've had a breather, and you come out of the semi.
Not to mention, if you're, for lack of a better thing, if you're calling BS on some of these IPOs and you still want growth, wouldn't you go to the tried and true growth of the FANGs?
I own Facebook, I own Google, I own Amazon. Google is my biggest position out of three. The others aren't really big positions. I think that's where you get reliable growth. You've got headline risk in all of them, but all it is headlines. I don't think there's really any mechanism right now, nor capacity for Washington to do anything.
It's like these things have already been through the ringer.
They have it.
A lot
They have
of
it.
them.
Exactly. And you know what? There's valuation to support them all, and you still have the growth.
Yeah.
So I'm happy with them. I also own the semis. I own the SMH. I own Skyworks. Look, they're volatile, but so is the market.